like Pope, and 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snap the name. Great. 180. Nope.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. 31-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Middle.
And they'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, That seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to try and do this himself. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence in it, put more points up on the board.
They'll get a nice chunk there on a 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
At the 41-yard line.
And we'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 57 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done and mixed in the country. There are any speed limits out there, and off he went. Let alone the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the ground.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way Dave described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. rush.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Trim it.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Go Silver, ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, here's Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run with Dobbins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going. It's Nix. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search much of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Don't touch that. I know you with that. Don't touch that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We thought that was difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
6-yard line.
Don't touch that. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. Don't touch it.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they're going standard Barkley. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Good, set.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's Brown. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6.
Good, set. 180, 180.
He'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Don't know no better. When I got what you need,
Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Here now a 3rd and 20. Here's Nix. A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Rolling to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets that big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Nix. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Dre, set.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Trimmer. Go Silver, ready? Out.
Now back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Again, Barkley out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Great, set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. To throw is Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing Nix. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Davis. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. With it is Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call,
but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hurts. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Trimmer.
Burt sets up to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On the ground, it's Hardy to start the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second and 9. To throw, here's Nix. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Bombers. Hey!
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. Throwing his Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll go play action with Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. There's some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Nix from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Oh, my second.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Bo Nix with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. What's good on the extra point? And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go play action with Hurts. Now swing pass for Dillon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Great, set.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
No touchdown.
38-yard line.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 7-yard line.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Great, set. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. They'll
run here with Dillon. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Broncos will be partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete left side to Gray. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos first down.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.